Hello YouTube, it is your boy B3 back with another kicking action figure review. Today we have a Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure for you guys today. It is the Build-A-Figure Lizard from one of the Spider-Man waves. Yeah, there were several figures in this wave. There was Gwenpool, who came with the tail. She was a really good figure. I reviewed her very recently. There was Prowler, came with the left leg, and I really liked him. I've always wanted a good Prowler in my collection. There was Spider-Punk, another character I adore and wanted in my collection, came with the right arm. You had Spider-Man Noir. Could have been a bit of a better figure, but I did appreciate finally getting a 6-inch Noir Spider-Man. He came with the left arm. And then we got Spider-Woman's current outfit in number 5, or her modern outfit, and that came with the torso. Mine's arm fell off, and I haven't been able to fix it, so I like the figure, but mine is broken. Number 6, which was the left leg, was Mysterio. Probably the best figure in this wave. Very, very good. Everything on him was new, it seemed like. He had great effect parts. They went above and beyond on the Mysterio. And then number 7 was Marvel's Lasher, who was nothing new, you know. It was the Pizza Spider-Man body with the superior Venom feet, kind of grappling hands. You had the superior Venom tendrils, and it was just kind of painted up as Lasher. I was happy to get a new symbiote that we didn't have, and I really hope they give us the rest of the Life Foundation symbiotes. They should have given us Riot in the Venom movie wave, but that's a conversation for another time. And, of course, he came with the head. So that's that. All those characters. There was one more Build-A-Figure piece in this Build-A-Figure than there normally would have been because of the tail. But the tail didn't take up a lot of the budget, so the figure it came with, Gwenpool, actually had more accessories than a figure would normally have. So those are all the figures that you have to get to build him. Gwenpool, Prowler, Spider-Punk, Spider-Man Noir, Spider-Woman, Mysterio, and Lasher. Yes, or you can just get him or his parts on eBay. But I think most, if not all, of those figures are worth it. So yeah, the Lizard, a character I've loved since I was a kid. I still love the Lizard. Remember that story where the Lizard's mind was trapped in Doc Connor's body? That was before Superior Spider-Man, very kind of shortly before. Really liked that story. That was a cool story. But I had a couple Lizards when I was a kid. I have the Amazing Spider-Man Hasbro Lizard, the 6-inch one, and I have this one. And this is probably the coolest Lizard figure I've had. You know, it's got more of an adult collectible feel. They really went hard on it. He's got a comic feel, but he also has a real threatening feel as well. You know what I mean? Lizard always looks better in a lab coat. I don't like Lizard when he's naked. I don't like Lizard when he's naked. He feels, I don't know, it feels better to have Lizard in his classic outfit. You know, see here he's got like a ripped tee. You see all the, how his shirt's been ripped, and you can see all his scales and stuff underneath fully painted. He's got his big old ripped lab coat, which is dirty on the ends because he's been dragging it through the sewer. You see that? That's real nice. It's got holes and stuff. Ripped purple pants. Only in comic books do you see all these characters with purple pants. And also characters that make big green transformations seem to like purple pants, which I'm sure is a coincidence, you know. And just look at this dude. Look at that tongue, that gnarly tongue. Part of me kind of wishes the tongue was removable. But I do like it. It gives him some character, you know. It makes him different from some other Lizard figures that had, you know, regular clothes like this. You know, big old scaly feet, long tail. Because of his weight and how his tail is articulated and how his legs are, sometimes he likes to fall backwards a little bit. But other than that, I really don't have any complaints. It's very good. Both the arms aren't mirror images of each other. Like, they both have different tears and stuff on them. Kind of the same thing with the legs for the most part. You know, they got different tears. The tears are mostly in the same places, but they are different, see? They're like, there's more wear on this side of the pants on the bottom, but there's more wear on this side of the pants on the top. I like him. Variances of green on the tail. They worked very hard on this Lizard. They worked very hard on this Lizard. I will give them that. And it has lots of articulation. Up and down on the head. Got some jaw articulation. You know, on monster figures, I love jaw articulation. I always mention that when I'm reviewing a creature type figure. I always want jaw articulation. Side to side on the neck, up and down on the neck. There's an ab crunch hidden in here. See, he crunches forward very far. Doesn't really want to crunch back too terribly far, though, because of the lab coat and the tail hitting each other. But, I mean, I don't really need him crunched back. I mean, look how far forward he can come, though. You could have him crawling on all fours if you wanted. Forward and back on the arms, in and out on the arms. You have a rotation on the bicep, double elbow bend, wrist swivel. Oh, hold on. Wrist swivel, forward and back on the wrist. Very cool. You have waist swivel, in and out and forward and back on the leg, more than you would expect, actually. Like, it goes out further than lots of Marvel Legends I've gotten recently and reviewed recently. I've recently reviewed a lot of Marvel Legends. Thigh swivel, double knee bend here, up and down on the foot, ankle pivot, and you've also got this kind of toe thing because he stands up on his toes like that, like a big old creature. And lastly, we have tail articulation. He has side to side, up and down, and then there's side to side and up and down at this segment, and then this segment goes side to side, rotates like that. You know, this rotates up and down is what I meant, not, but it does have the side to side also. Well, this one just really has the rotation and side to side, no up and down. I kind of wish this one could come up, you know, but if you want it to come up, you can just turn it on its side and point it up, and that might help him fit in on a shelf better. But right now, he's not on a shelf. He's on my review table, so pretty cool. Now we're going to do some size comparisons with our scaly friend here. Let's push him back. You see, that's what I was talking about earlier. He wants to lean back because of just how his character stands. It's not really a fault of the sculptors, I think. I think that's more of just how this character is. First, I want to show him with the Bucky cap mold, a very common mold, often found in Marvel Legends these days. This is the GameStop exclusive Back in Black Deadpool. So that's Deadpool, Venom symbiote, miniseries. Pretty cool. Let's pull that back out. Now let's show him with, I want to show him with a couple different Spider-Men. This Spider-Man has the Pizza Spider-Man mold, but it is the Toys R Us exclusive Spider Armor Mark IV, aka all new, all different Spider-Man, aka post-Secret Wars Spider-Man, whatever you want to call him. You know, and he's a good size of the Lizard. The Lizard should be big like that. And this is also how Lasher in his wave will compare with him. And I want to show another Spider-Man. This one's yet another GameStop exclusive. I know I've only showed exclusives so far, sorry. But here's the PS4 Spider-Man. I just wanted to show him off. I love the PS4 Spider-Man. Pretty rad. So let's pull that back. Let's show him with another big character. This isn't a Build-A-Figure, but it is a big figure. The Walgreens Thing from the Fantastic Four. So that's him with another bigger character. Pretty rad. Put the thing back when he belongs. And I want to show him with an MCU character as well. How about Killmonger? This is the single-carded one, not the two-pack one. That's pretty cool too. Lizard has not been in the MCU, but I don't really feel like we need Lizard in the MCU. I mean, we had him in Amazing Spider-Man. I don't think they should reuse any villains they used in the past two Spider franchises. I think that would be a mistake. And to show him with a female figure. Just a nice sculpted female figure. Here is Scream, the Life Foundation symbiote from the Venom movie wave, which didn't have any movie figures, even though we should have gotten a Riot, at least a comic Riot, come on. But then, you know, here she is. Nice adult female mold with the Lizard. Pretty cool. Let's get out of here. And I believe that is it. That is all I need to show. So, what are my final thoughts on the Marvel Legends Lizard Build-A-Figure? I mean, he's cool. If you like the Spider-Man franchise, or, you know, Marvel Legends, or Marvel Comics, or just cool monsters, this is a cool figure to have, you know? I mean, look at him. He's a big hulking beast. He's got this cool torn clothes that aren't symmetrical. I hate it when figures that have torn clothes like this are symmetrical, because why would they be symmetrical? If they're all torn and tattered. They wouldn't be. So I like that. They worked really hard on this lizard, and I think for the most part they actually worked really hard on this wave, you know? Like, the only two figures in this wave that they didn't seem to put that much work into would be Spider-Man Noir and Lasher. I mean, they didn't have to put a lot of work in the Lasher. They should have put a little more into Spider-Man Noir, but the rest of them are like really good. I liked it a lot. I like it a lot. So that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, etc. This is a dope Build-A-Figure. If you don't want to buy all these aftermarket figures, because these aren't on shelves anymore, really. I know lots of Gwenpools and Spider-Women, I think, were still on shelves. But I've seen them in clearance, and they're all gone now. So that's it. Thank you all once again. And I don't really have much more Marvel stuff coming up. Like, I'm going to review the Marvel Studios The First 10 Years Ant-Man 2-pack. But other than that, I don't really have a lot of Marvel stuff ready to review. I don't have any other Marvel figures that I haven't reviewed yet. So, I don't know when we'll get our next Marvel figure, because I'm mostly focusing on Kamen Rider and Ultraman and Godzilla right now, but that's that. So thank you all very much for your support, and I'll see y'all later.